I'm trying to pull up my, so I can check the chart or be able to check the chat. All right. Let me see. How's everyone doing today? Get some people to come in. Let's see, I think, what did I leave off on the last live? I can't remember what sign I did last. Was it Libra? I think it was Libra I did last. Virgo. Oh, I can check. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Videos. What's this one? Oh, hey, whoever's here. I'm just trying to figure out what reading I did last on my last live. Let's see. And then I'll start with that reading, or the reading after that one. All right. Oh no. Hi, Mark Lee. I've seen you here before. Shoot, do you happen to know, did you catch my last live, Mark? What sign I left off with? I should be more prepared, right? That's part of my charm. At least that's what I keep telling myself. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. I know I did Aries because the moon was in Aries. I want to say I read for Libra last. Tell me honestly, would you laugh at a grown man? Oh. Hey guys. I don't know. I wouldn't laugh at anybody who got into a fight because that's not funny. What is up, the Peasies? You are excused, Umair. I'm just getting all my decks out so I can read. Well, thank you, Ron. I don't think I have any makeup on today. I had eyeliner on, but I rubbed my eyes several times. All right. Wow, I picked more decks than I thought I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 decks. What's the cards for? I read tarot, the Peasies. I like to read tarot cards. Yes, it's fun. And I find it very helpful. I find that it's 78 cards times 2. So there's 78 different things times 2 because I read reversals. So that's 156 different ways to look at a situation that you never thought you would. So it's kind of like brainstorming in a way. So that's how I read tarot. I look at it to look at the situation in a different way than you normally would, right? And it's basically like brainstorming, you know, bringing some things together that you normally in your rational mind wouldn't think actually would come together and work, but then you put them together and you try to make sense out of it, and it kind of helps you, and it's also using your intuition. Oh, yay, welcome, the Peasies. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so I usually read based on moon sign, but I feel that all of the well, actually, I mean, it's kind of true. All of the astrological signs are in our charts, no matter whether or not we have a planet there or an aspect or whatever, because of the house system. So if you don't have a planet in a particular house or a particular location, then you definitely, I'm sorry, if you don't have a planet in a particular sign, you definitely have a planet in a house, okay? So a lot of my planets are in the sign of Virgo, and so I don't really have anything over here on the other side of my chart. So a lot of my houses and a lot of my signs are empty, but I do have a sign, say I do have a house in Leo, right? And so like that's how I would express my let's see. If I tell you when stop, can you stop and read me? Oh, sure. Yeah. Hi everybody who's coming in. Um yeah, okay. So, what I'm going to do is I think I left off on the last reading was for the sign of Scorpio. So, hey everybody who's coming in. Hello. Hello. So today I'm going to start off the reading with Scorpio. $100. Okay. I just spent some money buying some jewelry on YouTube. I spent, what did I buy? I bought a $45 necklace and then an $85 cuff. So that is $130 I spent on just watching YouTube. I was on a YouTube live and these women, these people go to, oh, you just donated 100. Oh, well, thank you. Oh my gosh, that is wow. I am flabbergasted. I am grateful and I appreciate it. Cypus Gaming, Cypes. Wow, do you like tarot? Cypes? Cypes? Is that it? Cypes? I want to say Cyprus because I'm from Houston and we have Cyprus to the north of us. Yes. Oh, cool. Well, I mean, I haven't even done anything, but thank you. All right. Well, because you donated $100, let's go ahead and start off with you. Do you have a question? Is there an area of your life you need help with? Is there something that you would like deeper insight on? Is there anything, Cypes? Cypes? This is the Black Tarot, by the way. Okay. I need to know if my girlfriend loves me. Okay. All right. Okay, well, I can tell you that my readings kind of aren't, my readings kind of go towards the self. With your energy coming towards me right now, whatever it is that I'm pulling for you, Cypus, it's more, it's going to be from you. And so a lot, my readings kind of go deep. They kind of look at the shadow side. They kind of help us see things that we don't really want to see but need to see in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to progress in our human forms, you know, in order, I believe in reincarnation, and I believe we come into this life on a soul mission, right, on a path to help us learn, to help us help our soul grow and get better. So that's where my readings kind of come from. So let's just see where this goes. Obviously she does. Don't doubt yourself. Well, there's a reason why he's doubting himself. I mean, you can't let intuition like brush intuition off. Like if there's a reason he's thinking that she doesn't love him, he's picking up on something, on some subtle energies. And but on top of that, you also have to be careful that we can also have some sort of traumas or healing on our side from our perspective, in that it's something personal and we can be projecting. So it gets really tricky, you know, especially following your intuition. It's taken me a long time to be able to listen to my intuition because I never really thought my intuition was right or if it's real. All right, let's see. All right, this is for Cypes. Let's see what we have for you. All right, so we've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the 9 of Swords. And then we have Death in reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these Psi PS? Psi PS? Hold on, I'm making dinner.
What are you making?
I am making this chicken stuff with tuna.
Turbos are these?
They're everybody's. I got turbos for everybody. You can have some. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to drain my noodles. Psi PS, is that right?
No.
Well, I mean, I forgot about the noodles. I don't know how good I am at multitasking. All right, my son's over here eating some turbos because he's starving. All right, Psi PS. So we have a lot of mental energy here. We've got the 10 of Swords, which is an ending, okay? It's an ending in a thought process, and then we've got the 9 of Swords, which is like something that is keeping you up, bothering you. We also have Death in reverse, which is that death is transformation. This is a beautiful card, by the way. Look at this beautiful card. I love this card. Oh, hey, Lori. What is up? All right, and thanks for coming on, Lori. Lori is my fellow astrologer. We are both studying astrology with our very good friend and mentor, Dr. Danny. So, okay. Oh, look, Mark Lee, you're great. So I really like how Mark Lee is trying to get some more information from you, Saipez. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards on this one. I'm going to let's use Anatorian's deck. Because we do have a lot of mental energy. We've got possibly a new beginning, and but with a new beginning, that means there is an end. But with Death in reverse, I feel like there is some resistance and some change that is needing to happen. Okay, death is not an actual death, but it is a transformative thing. It's something that appears when there needs some change, when changes need to happen. All right. Okay. Oh, waking up from a nap. Yeah, that's great. My husband took a nap earlier. He had a headache. Okay, 5 of Wands. King of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands, the Emperor, 3 of Cups, King of Cups in reverse, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Oh, okay, good. I do like that we've got some 3s here for you, Psy-PS. Am I saying that right? Oh, wow. Yeah, you should be going to sleep. You're going to get like less than 6 hours. Oh my goodness. All right, side PS. 5 of Wands, there's definite conflict going on. Are you and your girlfriend fighting a lot? With 6 of Cups in reverse, I feel like there is a lot of emotional baggage that is going on with you guys. Perhaps you guys have been together for a while. King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there really is a lot of underlying issues going on with you guys, and it's really holding you guys. It's holding you back. I don't know if perhaps, I don't know, are you guys young? That could be something. Maybe you've been together a while, and so you've been through some ups and downs together, and you're really having a hard time getting over certain things, moving past certain things. I do really like that we have the Emperor card here, being that the Emperor is like the great architect, right? He is somebody who is able to take control, and build something the way he wants it. He's a leader. He's an Aries, and an Aries is that type of person who is who's ready to go. They see the goal in mind and they can watch it formulate. And they also have a knack of getting others to do what they need them to do and getting everybody ready and on board for a common goal. And that could be you. You could, I feel like this is maybe you, like you're the driving force in this relationship, right? And you're taking on a big burden with this Ten of Wands. I mean, you see this guy here. This is our Ten of Wands, and this is somebody who has taken on quite a bit and he's carrying quite a load. But a thing that we have is the Four of Wands. And so I really feel like you feel like this situation is worth fighting for. You feel like this is a situation, a relationship where you guys really could make it and you really, in the end, can be very happy. And I do see that with these two cards here, the Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. And this is like people working together. I mean, maybe you guys have some friends in common, and you guys are really. I see that there is a connection with you two, but I feel like there's just some underlying issues. There's an undercurrent that is affecting the relationship. And because this undercurrent isn't being focused on and isn't being worked on, that's why we have death in reverse. Because this situation that is like I said, that is the undercurrent, it's kind of what's holding you guys back as a unit, as two people. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know where this trauma comes from. If this is maybe her that she needs something to work on, or perhaps it's your trauma and maybe you're kind of, what's the word? Uh, you're projecting it onto her and you're putting it that way, or it could be both of you guys. But like I said, there's an undercurrent, and with the relationship, it's always two. Okay, there's two energies that are coming together to make a third new energy. So this is like a baby, right? Two of you guys coming together is a unique coupling, and when it comes together it creates something new. So it's not like you guys are separate. Now as a couple you guys are a singular because both of your energies are coming together. So like I said, there's a feeding of coming in. Perhaps she has some traumas and you're not recognizing them, you're not validating her traumas. Or perhaps it's vice versa, you have some traumas and she's not validating your traumas. So my advice to you is to really take some time and to see what you guys' triggers are, what this conflict is about. We have this Five of Wands here, and that's the card of conflict. And you need to see what triggers you, what triggers her, and how you guys can really work on this as adults and try to make it better. If you guys can't do it on your own, you're probably going to have to call on some professional help. My husband and I were in marriage counseling for almost 10 years. And we're going strong. You know, marriage is a tough thing. We're celebrating our, let me see, when did we get married? Our 19th wedding anniversary. Yes, our 19th wedding anniversary is tomorrow. So we have two kids, and yeah, Lori says it's not been easy being married for 30 years. Yes, no, marriage is not simple. It's fun in the beginning, but after a while, you guys get to know each other, and then you got the baggage, and oh my gosh, and traumas come out. Yeah, it's constant work. All right, let me check the chat really quick and see what Saip has said. Saip, yes. Let's see. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for subscribing. Yes, we'll get to your question in a minute. I saw her next to another guy, but she said that was her cousin. Oh, let's see. No, you don't. $100. Thank you, Saipez. That is so sweet. Well, Oh, he's family. It's important to meet her family. Oh, yeah, true that. You should listen to Mark. I mean, if she says that's her cousin, get introduced to that cousin, and really see what it is. But if there's a reason why you don't believe her, don't just discount that. And don't let anybody tell you that you're being what's the word, insecure. Okay, you have a right to your feelings. We all have our feelings, and sometimes that intuition is what we need to understand, to see the world, right? Because not everything we see is true. Okay, thanks, Lori. Happy anniversary. And both people change and have to, yes, exactly, that's another thing. Yeah, because people are constantly growing, and as you change, you have to accept that other person as they change, or the lack of change, so all right. Honestly, I need therapy. All right. Yes, you guys can ask your questions. Let me get back to, okay, so PSYPS, I hope that helps. PSYPS. 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 Okay, PSYPS, like Psy, letter P, letter S. Sipes. I'm from Texas, so All right, let me get to this another person's. Ooh, Libra UK. Yeah, my sun is in Libra. I have a sun in Libra, and tropically, my sun is in Scorpio. The sort of the astrology that I practice is constellational astrology, so which differs from tropical astrology because I look up at, well, I can't really see because I'm in a metropolitan area, but I use an app that tells me what constellation each planet is in at any given time. So, where's my phone? Oh, my phone's up there. uh, so there's an app that I use, and so wherever the constellation actually is where we read those energies coming from, right? So, okay, where was that other question? Valerie. Okay, Valerie 2023. She wants to know when I'm moving house. Okay, that's a great question. See, these kind of questions though, like when am I moving the house? It's kind of hard for me to read these. Like I don't really do too much of those types of things. My readings go really deep, they're really like emotional type readings. Let me see if I can pull that though. I'll see. We'll use the Glimmer Walker Tarot. This is a cute little deck. And we got a cute little Glimmer Walker here. That's our Glimmer Walker. All right. Valerie. She wants to know when you're moving. All right. I would like to move as well. But that's not in my cards anytime soon because my son was just accepted to this boarding school in Massachusetts. He plays hockey, and he's been playing hockey since he was 5. He's an amazing hockey player, and like I said, we are in Houston, Texas. There's no ice, not many hockey players here, and not much competition, right? So in order for him to get better and to up his game, he needs to go somewhere where there's a little bit more competition. So he's been accepted to this boarding school in Massachusetts, and of course, boarding schools are not free. So my dreams of a new house have been thrown out the window. All right, Valerie's new house. Let's see. 10 of Thunder, 3 of Shadow in reverse, and non-action. Wow. Okay, so what these 3 cards are telling me is that it's not going to be anytime soon. Like, I feel like it's going to be a little bit. For some reason, we've got this non-action card, which I've had this deck for a few months now, and I've not pulled this card yet. But it's looking like you need to stay where you're at. The 10 of Thunder, This is a card of endings, new beginnings type things, but with our three of shadows being in reverse here, threes are a card, is a number of creation, right? And what I feel with these two combined, I don't feel these two energies to me just are not saying that you're going to be moving very soon. So, and then also with this non-action card, it's kind of telling me that you need to stay where you are. Perhaps, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, with the way the economy is right now, it might not be a bad idea. All right, so that was for Valerie. And hi, Amy from Canada. Thank you for being here. You're welcome. CPS. Oh, McLennan, Alberta. Cool. Oh, it's 4:55. It is 6:06 here. Tarot killer. What does she say? Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow. Well, tarot killer. Judging by your name, I can't really take you all that seriously. So I don't know. Maybe you should inspect them to see if those are going to be acceptable for you, because we all have different opinions about, what looks nice to us. A tarot card reader told my cousin to love himself, and now he's banned from Burger King for life. Okay. You're welcome, Tarot Killer. Thank you for your donation. So we are just in the process of buying our first home at 35. Is it actually going to happen? We seem to get 2 steps forward and then 10 steps back. This is my questions. Okay, all 1996. We can read that one too. All right. So, first home. Well, that's exciting. We're still in our first home that my husband and I purchased back in 2007. Did we get married first? I can't remember. Yeah, no. Oh, no. We bought our house and then we got married, because we got married in 2007. Okay. So let me do the math here. So we'll be married 18 years, not 19. So we got married in Las Vegas, and the way that I remember we got married is because we got married in Las Vegas. It was so hot. Oh my God. We got married June 30th. And the reason why I remember it was June 30th, not good with dates, and it was because people were coming to get married in Las Vegas on 7/7/7, July 7th, 2007, right? And so as we were leaving, everybody was starting to come in for Las Vegas, to Las Vegas, so that they could get married for their 7/7/7 wedding date. So that's how I remember. So sometimes I got to do a little bit of math and do a little finagling for me to remember how long we've been married, and even remember when our anniversary is. All right, so all 1986. Let's see about your house. Another 10 of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a more of a favorable reading, okay? The 10 of Wands, this is, okay, by the way, this is Tarot Avatara, which is a deck based on Frida Kahlo, okay? And so this the 10 of Wands is a burden. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to carry. It's just there's so many moving parts right now. But we do have our Queen of Pentacles and Princess of Pentacles, and this is earth-based signs, and this is earth-based cards. The physical, right? The Queen of Pentacles is taking care of her environment. So I do see these two seem very favorable to me. That it's coming together. It's going to come together. It's just that there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of of things going on, and I don't really see what it is or why. It could possibly be due to your astrological chart. So if you have an astrologer or somebody who you can trust, you can see what is possibly going on in the stars and in the planets right now, and what is preventing you from doing that. Sometimes with Mercury, if Mercury's kind of in a weird spot, that can prevent things from happening as far as buying a house. I do know that Mercury retrograde is coming up on the 17th, I think. And generally, it's not a good idea to sign contracts when Mercury's in retrograde. Just throwing that out there. So just be careful. It could be that some things need to work out in the background. Or, possibly you're probably going to sign it before Mercury retrograde. But I do see that I do see that it's coming. I do see that it's coming. And especially with Pentacles, it's a slower moving energy. So it's going to happen just a bit slower. Okay. All right. All right. So that was for you, 1986. I was born in 1980, if that is your birth year. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, Psy PS retracted his message. Okay, let's see. Hey, can I know this person's feeling about me? Should I move on? Okay, Feeble, the blessed one. I got it, the blessed one. All right, you want to know this person's feeling about you. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tarot de Carotites. I love these backs, very cute. It's a smaller deck because I have tiny hands. I can actually shuffle like a normal person with this deck. Oh, barely. See, it's hard for me to palm these cards, and they're so small compared to like this card. It's like they're so small, and I have these tiny little elf hands. Okay. Actually, me coming live, I think, might be saving me some money because I purchased some jewelry on this live auction on YouTube. Purchased a cuff bracelet and a necklace, and then I was planning on going to this other person's live and checking out their jewelry stash. They did a quick preview like about 3 o'clock this afternoon, like, hey, we're gonna go live again at 6. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And then I found someone else's live, and yeah, so it's probably a good thing that I am not joining that live. I don't need to spend all of my lunch money in one spot. All right. Oh, thank you guys so much for liking the video. That's so cool. Or liking the live. All right. Let me see. The blessed one. Okay. You want to know this person's feelings about you. All right. Let's pull you the blessed ones. Okay. So the blessed ones, I need you to know that I'm pulling your energies, right? I can't really pull this person because I don't know this person. So I'm pulling your energy. So I'm pulling your information and what the energies around you have to say about it. So we have the World in reverse. Okay. We also have the 5 of Coins in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Which is upright. So right off the bat, I feel like this person has some feelings for you, but they just don't quite know what to do with them, especially with this Knight of Swords here. Okay, so this Knight of Swords is a fast mover. Okay, but he's very cerebral. Okay, and he moves very, very fast, and then he kind of gets lost in his mind. Okay, so I think with this person, I'm saying his, but I'm not even sure. I guess I should say they, but I'm going to forget. So I'm just going to say his, but it's either him, her, or whatever. So so this person kind of gets jumbled up in their thoughts, right? They kind of they'll kind of see something and then they'll be like, oh my god, this is how I feel, and then they'll change their mind, something will happen, and then they're just not very firm and in their stance. And I feel that their mind keeps changing a lot. But I do feel with the world, we do have the world in reverse, which is that finality card, that ending card, that happy ending that we all want. Um, so that energy is present, but it's not presenting in the way that we would want it to present. And also with the five of coins being in reverse, this is the card of loss, a card of like physical loss, and with it being in reverse, I feel like there might have some sort of physical reason, like maybe he doesn't have the funds, or maybe there's just some sort of physical reason that is keeping you guys from moving forward, um and also for making a final decision, right? It just doesn't seem like the pieces are ready to fit together yet, because I feel like the mind for this person, his thought process, it needs to be it needs to be more solid. It needs to be better understood by him, and him to be better, more comfortable with the current situation. So the feeling is there. There's a possibility, but I feel like there's a little bit more work that needs to be done. And you said you need therapy, so 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 maybe I mean, maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe there's just a little bit of work that needs to be done on both of y'all's side, right? Because like attracts like, and somebody who is, on top of their game, it is not gonna fall. Is not going to be attracted to someone who needs a lot of work, if that makes sense, because there's a certain energetic signature that attracts people to come together and to be attracted to one another and to stay together. All right, so we all, and you know what, I will say that we all need therapy. I think in general, us as a collective have a hard time, especially in the United States, and that's where I draw my conclusions from, that we have a hard time really expressing how we feel, really saying how we feel. A lot of things are bottled inside, and when things get bottled inside, they create this sort of situation in that, oh my gosh, I left something in the freezer. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. So I put a bottle of prosecco in the refrigerator because I was gonna have a glass of wine while I was shopping online, and so I had to get it out before it exploded. Okay, so back to that, the like attracts like. What was it? Oh shoot, yes. Dang it, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'll come back to it, but to finish the thought is, yes, we attract people that can help us heal ourselves. So essentially, we will attract somebody who triggers us, right? And so, but that triggering is good, because if somebody triggers you, that means that that is a part of your soul that needs to be healed, that needs to be fixed, right? So if somebody were to call you like a fat elephant, okay, first of all, you wouldn't get offended because you're not an elephant. And number two, elephants are just big, right? That's just how they are. So, but if someone were to, call you like a nasty spick, like me, I'm Mexican, right? That would get me, okay? Because first of all, my family was my family was My family's been in Houston for a while, for many generations, but there was a point in time where my family couldn't even speak Spanish, because they were shunned or whatever, you know. So that cuts me deep because people were prejudiced against my because of their skin color, because of where they were from, because they had an accent, you know. And so that's why I would get triggered. So that is something that I would need to work on myself. Okay, so when you find somebody who you guys can work together and they can be aware of your triggers, right? And you can say, hey, that triggered me, and then that person can be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you know. They can empathize with you, they can help you, they can help you work through that trigger, work through that anxiety, right? And so that's why we will attract somebody who will ultimately trigger us, but it's a good thing. Isn't that weird? So like does attract like. We will attract somebody who we're on that same level. Okay. All right. Who's next? Um, let's see. Let's see. Can I ask a question, please? Yes, Michael Johnson, you can ask a question. And all 1996, I think I just asked you. Oh, yeah, I just answered your question. Michael Johnson, is my family trying to put me in a group home or something like that? Will they fail? Okay, Michael Johnson, do you think you need to be in a group home? I mean, is there something going on? I know a lot of times, yes, Michael, I'll see what's going on with this energy. A lot of times, it takes our loved ones to see to help us see what is going on with us, because we can't always see what it is. And especially the younger people, okay? We have a hard time as young people, we have a hard time to self-evaluate, to see how we're really acting, and it takes somebody who's older, more experienced, to be able to point it out to us, right? You know, I can tell you because I'm raising some teenagers right now. They come at me with some attitude, and I'm like, oh, why do you have attitude? Don't talk to me like that. I'm not talking to you. I don't have any attitude. I'm like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. But that's part of growing up. That is part of growing up, to be able to. Morning, babe.
Why won't you let me comment?
I don't know. Why can't you comment? Oh, this is my daughter. This is one of my teenagers. And yes, she is literally just now waking up at 6:30 in
No,
the
I've
evening.
been awake.
She says she's been awake, but
I've literally been awake.
okay.
You're talking about Michael and his group home.
My
And
goodness.
everybody needs
Oh my
therapy.
gosh. I think everybody does need therapy. All right. Yes. Is my family okay? Yes, Michael. So going back to what I'm saying, sometimes we need an outside opinion because we have a hard time to self-evaluate, to look at ourselves, to see what we're really doing, right? All right, let's see what's going on with Michael. Michael has the High Priestess in reverse, the Four of Coins, and the Page of Wands. Okay, Michael. The High Priestess in reverse tells me that um, you can't really see what is happening. So the High Priestess is that person that goes behind the veil. It's that energy that looks behind the veil, that can see the unseen, if you will, right? And with her being in reverse, that energy is blocked, or it's not presenting correctly. We do have the Four of Coins, okay? And this is a card of stagnation. This is a card of kind of keeping everything to yourself, right? So what I'm feeling here, a good thing though, we have the Page of Wands, which tells me that you're willing and you are able to work on this problem, or the issue. I shouldn't say problem. You're willing and able to work on this issue. The Page of Wands, this is a young energy, but this is a young energy with the desire to do the work that needs to be done. So my advice to you, Michael, is to talk to your family and to see why they want to put you in a group home, what you can do. If you don't want to go to the group home, see what it is that you need to do to stay out of the group home. But in my opinion, if your loved ones tell you that you might need possibly some help, or maybe they're incapable of helping you, it might not be a bad idea to try out the group home. You know, there's going to be other people there who you can relate with. There's going to be counselors there. There's going to be people there who are trained to deal with this type of situation that your family may not be equipped to deal with. But the good thing is, even though you can't really see what's going on, you're not completely aware of it. The good thing is that you have this energy where you're fully capable, and I think you're willing to work on this, and you're willing to make it better. All right, Michael, that is for you.
Well, what's a group home?
It's a place where people go to do like some therapy. To you live with people. Let me get some water.
Oh, I thought it was for old people.
Oh. Actually, some older people can live in a group home as well. All right, Chelsea Daly. Hi, thank you for subscribing. Let's see. Thanks for that, Chelsea. Will I get a work from home job before I have to work at a warehouse? Oh, the blessed one likes my tablecloth. Thank you. I actually got this at Goodwill and it was $7. I think it's hand woven. Yeah, I like it too. I've spilled wax on it and, you know, got some cat hair on it, and it snags easily too. But yes, I love this. I love it. Okay. Work from home job. Let's see, what card deck would that be? Let's use the Aquarian Tarot. This is my really old deck. It's circa 1970s. It's the Aquarian Tarot. Very cool art. I bought it on eBay, and it smells like old books. Okay. I love it. I love books. I love old books. I love the way these cards smell when I shuffle them. All right. Okay. Chelsea Daly wants to know she will get a work from home job before you have to work at the warehouse. Well, if you work at the warehouse, how would you work from home? I mean, are you going to be switching
I think you said
professions? What? I don't know. It says, will I get a work from home? Oh, maybe she wants to work from home, but not work at the warehouse. All right. So Chelsea wants to know if she will work from home. I have the luxury of working from home sometimes, or when it's needed, but I actually prefer to go to the office. Because I have kids at home and they always want me to do something for them. They want me to make them food. Imagine that. So it's actually easier for me to get work done at the office. All right, Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Rods. I'm gonna have to draw some more cards on this one because I don't really see what the answer would be here. Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Rods. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune card, I mean, look how 1970s this is. I mean, super 1970s, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like the card of fate, you know? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. So the Four of Pentacles is, like I said, that stagnation card. It's kind of stuck. So I would say whatever it is that you're doing now, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But the Queen of Rods, I feel like this is going to present an opportunity for you. So like whatever it is you're doing now, you're supposed to be doing now because it's going to create some sort of opportunity. So let me see what comes out with this. All right, so we have the King of Wands, another Queen of Wands. Then we have the, is that a Page of Swords, a King of Pentacles in reverse, a Six of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the Five of Swords. All right, so let's see. Who was this? Not Chelsea. Where'd it go? I guess this chat is just moving. No, buying our first house. Chelsea Daly. Okay. Okay, Chelsea. So, like these lower cards are confirming what I just said. Like, there is an opportunity that is going to be presented to you. But see, this opportunity is going to come from a place that I mean, the opportunity, it seems at first like the opportunity, at first glance, it seems like the opportunity is good. But then upon pulling this other stuff, it seems like, we've got the Five of Swords in reverse, which is mental conflict, like mental anguish. It could also mean an ego that sort of needs to be tampered. So what I'm seeing here really is that where you're at now is really going to help build the character that is needed for this opportunity that is going to present itself later. We've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands right underneath the Pentacles, which is telling you, which is that stagnation card, that card that, that's really, it's firm, it's stuck, it doesn't need to be moved. But since we have the Queen and the King of Wands, that is telling me that you're gaining that that knowledge, that desire, that know-how, those abilities that are needed to fulfill your destiny. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? Because it doesn't seem like you want to stay where you're at right now. But like I said, there's an opportunity that is going to be presented to you with this Queen of Rods situation. And it's going to take a little bit of like acceptance, right? Of acceptance of where you're at and where you're going to go, if that makes sense. So I would say where you're at is where you need to be right now, especially with our Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Pentacles, are telling me that you're where you need to be, so that you can get where you want to go. So, and that Queen of Rods, look at her face. I mean, she's like totally serious. She is just, she's going to get it done, right? And so sometimes we need to, what's the word? We need to do a little bit of the dirty work or the grunt work before we get to that place of finality, of awesomeness, right? Okay, let's see. Yvette Phillips retracted her message. Where could I donate? Oh, in my description box, there's a Buy Me a Tea link. That's where you can donate. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. Okay. When will I meet a new love? All right. Elizabeth McManus. So reading time frames, that's kind of hard, but let me just read on this new love here for you, Elizabeth. Let's take a look at perhaps like why you don't already have that new love. Like, what is it that's blocking that new love? Okay, I think that's more in my realm of abilities. Some people can pull dates and times out of their tarot, but like that's kind of not my strong point, I guess you could say. Oh, good. Let me just answer my daughter really quick. Oh, great. Oh, it didn't work.
Where did it go?
Why isn't it working? Interesting. Okay. I was trying to type an answer to my daughter. All right. Elizabeth McManus. So let's see what is blocking. Oh, Boogie. Oh, we got a new Roomba and she's like putting it together. Does it need screws?
No.
Oh, booger. Are you following the directions?
Yep.
And we need a special cleaner for it. We can't use vinegar. I clean with vinegar. I mop my floors with vinegar.
Oh,
All right, so Elizabeth McManus. Elizabeth McManus. That's a cool name. I like that name. McManus. I wonder why I can't answer my daughter. That's weird. All right.
so what is this mean?
Wow. Okay, so we've got Death in reverse. We've got the King of Cups in reverse, and we've got the Four of Swords for you, Elizabeth. Let's pull from Anatorian. So this is a deeper reading, so I'm going to pull more cards. Usually my spreads, I do a 12. Is it 12? 6, 9, 12. Yes. A 12 card spread. So I pull 3 main energies, and for you, Elizabeth McManus, the 3 main energies are Death in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, and Four of Swords in reverse. So King of Cups is water energy, Four of Swords is air energy, and Death is transformational energy. Elizabeth McManus, Strength in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress, the Chariot, Justice came out with the Four of Wands. So I'm going to read those together because they came out together. 2 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and 3 of Wands. All right. Okay, so for you, Elizabeth McManus, I see that there is some sort of, there's like a disconnect, okay, with our King of Cups being in reverse. Our King of Cups is air of water, all right? So he has full control and of his emotions, and he's able to use that control to portray that out into the world, right? So I see that there is a bit of instability when it comes to relating to others. However, there's a deep desire within yourself to give, to cultivate, to love someone, okay? But for some reason that's not translating over to the people that you're trying to give this love to. So it could be that well, with Death being in reverse, I feel like there is some inner work that needs to be done. We have Strength in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, but also the 2 of Wands. And so with the 2 of Wands being upright, there is some work that needs to be done, because this is sort of like the surveyor card. This is looking to see what is available to you. Strength in reverse is telling me, right next to the 3 of Pentacles also, is that there was something that happened in your life that is there's something that happened with like a group of people, a friend group, some sort of situation that is kind of left its mark on you, and it's keeping you from moving forward, because you don't have that that compassion for yourself, or you don't have that confidence. You don't have that confidence within yourself. And so I'm feeling like that is the transformation that needs to happen. But like I said, with this 2 of Wands energy, it looks like you are ready and willing to work on that, right? This is fire energy, this is action energy. So it's basically like you're formulating a plan. We also have the Ace of Pentacles down here, which I think is an excellent card, because to me, it means that you, not only are you formulating your plan, but you're ready and willing to start working on this. King of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress, we've already talked about that. Four of Swords in reverse. So the Four of Swords is the card of rest. That's the having the mind at ease, almost like a meditative card. So for me, with this card being in reverse, I feel like you're not at a point of meditation, but it's more of a chaotic type energy. However, you do have the Chariot. And that tells me that not only are you ready and willing to work on something, but and not only are you willing to start doing the work physically, but you're going to be able to harness these two energies to bring you where you need to go. Okay. Um, and I told you that we had the Four of Wands that came out with the Justice card. To me, what I'm feeling here is that the Four of Wands, this is like your happily ever after. But in order to get to this happily ever after, you're going to have to release some sort of vengeance that you have, some sort of I don't know, there's something that you're holding on to that is not quite, that you haven't quite addressed with our death being in reverse. Okay. And I think that these two cards over here, I put a lot of stock in the very first card I draw and this last two positions over here. So it's like a diagonal. It's kind of like, a beginning, an end. It's kind of all intertwined, if that makes any sense. So like I said, there is some work that needs to be done on a personal level before you're ready to attract that King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is in reverse. You're not quite ready to attract that energy that you need to get you to that perfect relationship, which is this Empress here. The Empress is the one that wants to love and to put her creative power into it. Okay. All right, Elizabeth. So we got to do a little bit of work here. And what I would suggest, I like to work with moon energy, right? I like to get a journal out. I go out in the full moon and I will sit in the moon's energy, light a candle. I burn some copal, some incense, and I do my little altar and stuff. And I'll sit out there and I will talk to her. Fasting also helps. I don't know if you're ready for that though. But I did a lot of my own personal healing working with moon energy and fasting and eating like just fruits. The meats and those heavy wheats and stuff really kind of weigh us down. And if you can kind of get that out of your body, I think it kind of helps raise your, I don't know, your energetic level. Like I saw this YouTube video of somebody who had like a photon light and was able to record the photons versus a cooked vegetable and an uncooked vegetable, and you could actually see the photons coming off the fresh fruit versus the cooked fruit. All right, so that was for you, Elizabeth. So I might have some videos that I've done in the past on how to start the healing process. I remember before I got a 9-to-5er, I was starting to build a community on learning to heal ourselves, working with the energies of the ancestors, working with the elements, working with the moon. And also getting a tarot deck. I really find it was really helpful, really instrumental, because like I said, you have 78 cards, 156 if you use reversals, different ways of looking at a situation. Okay, let's see. Michael, I answered your question, Michael. I'm sorry, I'm behind in the chat. All right, let's see. Mark Lee, a weird question. Have I successfully separated from my twin flame forever? Ooh, that's a good question, Michael, because with our twin flames, we are energetically connected to them probably for eternity, right? Because you guys are actually meant to be together. It's just that your timelines haven't matched up. And it's even thought that you guys are actually the same person, just trying to come back together. All right, so let's look at that energy. Mark Lee. I remember you, Mark Lee, right? You've been here before, right? I hope you're still here, Mark. Are you still here? Let's see. Let's see. Jasmine. Chelsea Daly. I'm unemployed at home. Oh, yeah. Okay. What is your favorite deck? Like. What is the current feeling? Okay, well, Chelsea, so if you're unemployed at home, I'm thinking that there's possibly something that you need to be doing at home. Like, what is there maybe some business that you need to be started? Do you have some passion that you need to be working with? Okay, good. Mark is still here. You know, sometimes us when things like that happen, we don't have an employment, or you know, we're in a bad situation. It's because we need to be there, right? There's some sort of growth that needs to happen. There is something that we need to take advantage of. You have all this time. You know, what can you be doing? Can you I mean, can you make something? Can you make crafts? Are you able to perhaps start your own business? Do you have any kind of trade that you can work on, right? Is there, do you want to go back to school? I mean, there's just so many different things, you know. Is there, I mean, what opportunities can you take advantage of while you're at home? So, I mean, that's just what the card said. So, like you take it with a grain of salt, but there's something to be there is something to be said about the place where you're at. It's part of your fate because it's going to bring some sort of opportunity. All right. Good night, 1996. Yes, it is a he. I have four. Oh, I saw 444 earlier too. It was how many gallons I had left and miles I had left in my tank. I have 444 subscribers. Interesting. Oh, wow. I wonder, I'm trying to remember how many I had before, but I don't know. I think it was like 419. No, there's no way I got that many. I don't know. Oh, look, I'm looking at my own live. I have 436 right now, so it hasn't been refreshed. All right, so this is for Mark Lee, who's still here. Let me see where. Mark Lee, I know you wanted to know about your twin flame. Okay. Mark Lee wants to know about his twin flame. All right, Mark Lee. We've got the Sun in reverse. We've got the Ace of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Let's pull from Tarot Avatara Mark Lee's twin flame. All right. Oh, look, it's Bill. The 999 show. Wait, is that Bill? That's your name, right? Oh my gosh, that you are Elizabeth's friend. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bill wants to know my favorite deck. The deck that I really like to use is Anatorian's Tarot of the Abyss. I think that's my favorite deck. But I also really like the Baroque Tarot, which is this one. The Baroque Tarot, the backs are pretty cool. And I like the Black Tarot too, which is what I'm reading for Mark Lee right now. So this is the Ace of Swords. This is a cool deck because it has a very limited color palette. And then this is the sun, the black tarot. Very limited color palette. And then the majors have like this in the background, this like glossy picture that has something to do with the meaning of the card. All right. So those are like my top 3 decks that I really enjoy to work with. It's just the black tarot is really hard to shuffle because it's like that rose petal finish. All right, Marking is Twin Flame. 8 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, the Devil, King of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Moon in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. Well, you know what, Mark? It doesn't seem like you guys are completely separated. And I say that because the Devil is very prominent here. And also the Moon is in reverse as well here. And we do have your major, another major with the Sun in reverse. So, 7 of Cups. With our 7 of Cups in reverse right next to our 8 of Swords and our Devil card, there, you guys are just, I mean, you guys are just intertwined. I mean, and there's just a lot to go on. There's, the answer is no. I don't think you guys have separated. There's lots of passion between you guys, and you guys are having a hard time separating. Our 8 of Wands is here too in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, and in reverse. And the 9 of Wands is our last card, which is the card, the defense card, right? Always being on the defense. I feel that you guys are going to be intertwined for quite a while. There's a lot to learn from one another. The 8 of Swords is the card of being in your own prison. You know, it's that card of being bound, but loosely bound and able to leave at any point in time. I mean, check out this depiction of the 8 of Swords. You know, she's smoking all of these cigarettes, right? I'm sure she put them all in her mouth, and she's got all these feelings, all these thoughts and stuff coming out of her head. Her hair is blue. She's got, you know, that to me represents the feelings, and these birds is the constant going around of the mind. And I really feel, Mark, that there's still some things that you need to solve with her, especially in this lifetime. The Devil being here, there's an attraction to her, of course, but there's a reason for that attraction, and there's still some healing that needs to be done. The 7 of Cups in reverse is telling me that there's lots of ill attraction. There's lots of ill feelings, but it's something that makes you guys drawn to one another, almost like you're like a poison that you can't get away from, you know, a poison that you need. 7 of Wands also, I mean, this card is not too bad because this is kind of a reaping what you're sowing, right? Oh no, that's the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm getting tired here. So we've got the King of Wands and the 7 of Wands here. The 7 of Wands is also, you know, that card of fighting, of you know, kind of being on that defensive. King of Wands, that's air of fire, so there's lots of passion, and it's right under this Ace of Cups here. So I really feel that there's still some things that you can learn from your twin flame in this lifetime. Our Moon being in reverse, there's still something quite hidden that hasn't been brought out to the forefront. There's still something that needs to be healed when it comes to this person. So so my best thing is my advice is, from what these cards are saying, is to sort of steel yourself, get yourself ready for war almost, right? Um, and um, and just take what it is that you need to learn from this person. So I would say no, that this, you guys aren't quite done this lifetime. But with twin flames, that is something that covers lifetimes. In each lifetime, you're going to learn something different. In one lifetime, one person might not be ready to take on or to handle the task that needs to happen in the current lifetime, so you're going to have to wait till the next lifetime. So that's what I have to say about that. And if you want to continue to work on this, I think it's going to be a battle. And he or she may or may not be ready for it. That's what I have to say. But it is going to be a battle. I hope that helps, Mark. Oh, yeah, being human is hard, Lori. Oh, man. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to do one more reading, and then I'm going to have to stop. Oh, the blessed one. Should I move on? Let me think about that. What was your card? I mean, you with that Knight of Swords. I mean, it's up to you. I think there's if you're still here, the blessed one, there was a potential there. It showed a potential because of the Knight of Swords, and also with the World being in reverse, there is a potential for something to come out of it. It just wasn't right now. Right now is not the time, I would say. I think there's still more work to be done. And so that's up to you. Do you want to put in some of the work? But you also have to remember, like attracts like. I mean, it could be that you're not quite ready. It could be that you need to learn something from him. And then it could be that he needs to learn something from you, and you guys can help one another. So you're going to have to see if this is somebody worth fighting for, if the pros weigh the cons. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, Mark Lee. Psychic ability is often developed from childhood. Hypervigilance. I know that mine was. It's subsided a lot as my environment has become safer. Yes, I would agree. I'm a few miles north of Mexico in the Arizona. Oh gosh, yeah, that is hot. It's pretty hot here. I'm in Houston, and it's like 90 degrees. But we've been getting lots of rain. All right, Merlin, like 9 new subscriber. What is current feeling about me? No contact situation. I don't know what that means. Kirat, current feelings for me. Hi, Jasmine. Yeah, Mark. I think you're going to be dealing with this person for quite some time. I mean, they just keep like showing up. Jasmine, hi. I'm going to a lawyer to see if he will accept me because I'm a low income for my divorce. Oh, also for people who need lawyers, I know in Houston we have this thing called legal aid, and it's where lawyers donate their time to help low income people. So Z, you might see if that is available in your area, in your city, because there are lawyers that donate their time to help low income people. So hi Juliet, I'm good. How are you? Oh, you want to know if they will accept you. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'll do your reading really quickly, and then I'll do Jasmine's reading on key rats. All right. So Z wants to know if the legal aid is going to accept him as a low income. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that is very worrisome, especially with the climate that's going on. Yeah, I'd be very worried too. I wonder if you could maybe seek help from an immigration lawyer, just to see what your rights are, or what the climate is as far as this. I mean, because what I've been seeing, like on the news and stuff, is that they're arresting immigrants just anywhere off the streets, them going into public buildings. They're even showing up at their houses and stuff. So, I mean, for you to go into the court, um, I don't have time. My husband is American. Oh, Z. Lori, Lori wants to know what state you're in. All right, Z. Lori's still here. I have a few days to submit the response. All right, let's see what's going on with Z. Strength in reverse, the World, the Queen of Cups. Let me draw something, another card. Actually, I saw Anatorians first. Oh. Strength in reverse. Well, actually, Z, I feel with our Queen of Cups here, I feel like they, okay, I don't know if I told you your cards, but you got Strength in reverse, the World, and the Queen of Cups. So Strength in reverse, that is a card, well, the Strength upright is the card of inner strength, of being, having that self-confidence. But with it being in reverse, there is a lack of confidence. There's a lack of yeah, exactly what your situation says. But we have the World here, which is sort of like an ending and a beginning. And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like they're going to be sympathetic and empathetic to your situation and try to bring a healthy outcome. Let me just check on something really quick. All right, Six of Pentacles in reverse. That is interesting. So Six of Pentacles is like that philanthropy card, kind of evening things out. And then we have the Eight of Cups is the card of walking away. Both of them are in reverse. So it's almost, it's like this is telling you to stay. It's like your insecurities are telling you to stay. Okay. But then we have the World and the Wise One. Oh, I love this. This is the Hierophant. For me, the way I read the Hierophant is our connection to the higher realm, the higher spirit, right? So whatever it is you do to connect to that higher energy is the Hierophant. And so what I'm seeing here is that there are some energies that are behind you that are willing to fight to help you. But we have this Chariot in reverse, and that's bringing two energies together to getting things to move forward. Another thing to me that's worrisome is we have the Justice card. And, with Justice being in reverse, Death being in reverse, oh gosh, I really hate to, talk on legal matters like this, because I would hate to tell you yes, and I would hate to tell you no. You know what I mean? Because you need to get the divorce, right? But if this results of you being deported, I mean that essentially is bad, right? Because then you got to go back to your home country, and who knows what your country is like out there. But what I can say is there looks like there's some sympathetic energies that are there's some sympathetic energies to your situation. You do have some energies behind you, and what I have to say about that is the outcome that happens is going to be what needs to happen. I fully believe that. I fully believe that when things happen to us, even if they might seem bad in the beginning, there is a potentiality for growth. It might get us out of a situation that could have gone terrible had we not left. You know what I mean? Or it can put you in a situation where you need to be to help you grow, to give you a different life, a better life, something more that you deserve than where you're at now. So I don't really want to say yes or no, but I do want to say that there are some energies behind you that have your back, and I feel like the legal aid people, the people that would help a low income person, would be very sympathetic to your situation and to seeing your situation resolved and finalized. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I only want my rights, but if you're married to a an American, that makes you an American, right? So it doesn't really so you're an American citizen by marriage. So I don't really feel that they would be able to deport you or persecute you. Oh, you're in the process of getting the papers. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, all I can say is that it's going to happen. You're Canadian. Yeah. You just want my rights from the divorce and I'm willing. Oh, I see. He is very income. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So maybe if you're not a citizen, could you reach out to your country's legal aid and see what they can how they can help you? I mean, that's an idea, I think. I think that that would be better since you're not an actual citizen here. Um, because yeah, if you came here for him and he was supposed to take care of you, um, it also depends what state you're in as well, as far as what you can get from the divorce. I know there's like our state in Texas, they don't give spousal support, but like in California, they pay spousal support. Um, I don't have the time, that's the problem. Oh. I don't I still think you can try. Like just try and get in touch with somebody. See who you can talk to. Call see what resources there out there. Okay, Jasmine, are you still here? We can do Jasmine's and then we can go. I got to get my kids fed. You're welcome, Z, and I wish you so much luck. I really do. And like I said, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for the better. You know, it might seem bad while you're working through it, but when you look at it from, many years down the road, there's a change that happened. There's something that you learned, yeah. Okay, Jasmine. Let me know if you're here, Jasmine. Juliet Carter. Hey, Juliet. I think you're one of my subscribers. Will I get a work from home job? Okay, I already did that. Oh, Lori, you're still here. Thank you. I want to go. I think I might have to stop by. Have you ever bought jewelry at the online auction on YouTube? There's these lives that people do, and they show these jewelries that they get at like estate sales and stuff like that. Hey, Tupu. That's our cat, Todd.
I like it.
Sage Goddess. Oh, is that one? Is that one that you do? Okay, I think Jasmine may have left already. Okay, well, if Jasmine has left, then I have finished my job for today. Yay! I am, oh man, I didn't put my Prosecco back in the refrigerator. I'm going to enjoy a glass of Prosecco, and I'm going to do maybe some online shopping. I've already spent $130. I don't know if I probably shouldn't buy any.
What the hell? $130.
Yeah, I bought a nice cuff bracelet and then a pretty necklace. A very pretty necklace.
And
all right, guys, thanks for hanging with me today. I really appreciate it. Lori, I will see you next. Oh, do you want to get together for a maybe a little study session? I'm really, I don't know. I think I have a mental block to aspects for Dr. Danny's stuff. I don't know. It's because I get to there and then I read the houses and I read the planets in the houses, but then when it comes to the aspects, then I leave. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Let me do something. Let me go do some online shopping. That's what happened today. I got to the point, and I read that Jane Doe chart, and then when it was ready for me to do the aspects, I just left. So I have your number. I'll text you, Lori. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll text you later. Take care. Bye.